Okay guys, maybe I'm overkilling this situation with the fuel pump and fuel pump relay and oil pressure switch with the GM products. In this particular case is a 1991 Chevy S-10 pickup, and in this corner here you're gonna see that this is the back view of the relay. You got the black and white. Black and white is gonna be your ground. The dark green and white, that is your fuel pump relay control. And then in the orange you're gonna have the power. That is the 12-volt power, and the gray wire and the relay here, it will be your power supply to the pump. Okay, so when this command from the computer close the switch, it supply the power from the orange to this guy and supply power to the fuel pump. Now this here is the view of that picture there. Let me put it here, it's better. Got a better view. Let me see if I can get a better view for you guys. Okay. So this here gonna be the ground, this one here, this one here the control, this one here is gonna be the gray wire, and this one here gonna be the 12 supply voltage to the relay. So if you take a look at this relay inside here, because I open it, see if I can take a closer view there where you can see if I can see that maybe. Okay, I get a flashlight so you can see it. In the bottom of that bottom of the coil, you're gonna see a small resistor inside there. You see, it's a resistor inside there that goes from this terminal to this terminal. Okay, no idea what is that all about, the resistor there. But this relay prime the pump for 2 seconds when you put the switch on, and then goes off. And but that's the relay, and this relay was making contact here when the computer commands it. It was making contact, but it wasn't supplying the 12 volts to the pump. It's what you call a defect relay. You hear a click and nothing happens. Now that was the symptom for this truck. Start whenever he can, whenever he wants, and sometimes it kills the battery and doesn't start. And the reason why it was a defect relay here. Now I make this drawing here so you guys can understand how this work, and what was the long cranking is because this relay, when it fails, what it does, and GM products, but you gotta double check that. Sometimes they work with the oil pressure switch, and you gotta see the schematic to see if that is involved in that. You're gonna see the giveaway here. You're gonna have the same orange wire supply power to the relay. It's gonna be a same orange wire and the oil pressure switch, which is 3 wires, and the orange wire, when the oil pressure switch, the engine by cranking gets to 16 or 20 pound of pressure, it do a bypass. That is that bypass there, and it supplies power to the pump, and then the car start. If you got a good battery. If you got a weak battery, it probably killed your battery before it start. Now, if you can see the dark green and white wire supplied to the relay, that is the fuel pump control, what they call fuel pump relay control. And you see that is go to the relay, and this is black and white, is gonna be your ground. Okay, so when this send power here, it pulls the switch and it supplies the, when he pulls the switch, this guy got 12 volts, the D, and it goes to the gray wire, and it's supposed to crank, it's supposed to supply power to the fuel pump. So the good giveaway from this situation is, and what I did in the video, I put a clip, I put a, what you call a T-pin in this wire here, and have my mom to put the switch on to see if I got 12 volts here in this wire, and I wasn't getting that 12 volts there. I hear the relay click, going and switch it, but it wasn't supplying the 12 volts there. So that was the reason why this truck, my own truck, and I got a friend troubleshooting that, because the truck was in Puerto Rico, and they overlooked that. And I overkilling this, so the next time someone have the same problem, they can troubleshoot this. Okay, this connector here is what they call the fuel pump prime. Is nearby the power booster, and that particular S-10 is a single wire that you can prime. Sometimes it's a orange cable, or sometimes it's a gray cable, and you can supply the power here. Also, when you put the switch on for the prime of 2 seconds, you should have, you don't have to put the T-pin here. You can go to the fuel pump prime, and according to the schematic, when they when she or someone put the switch on, and you got the 2 second prime in the pump, you can have the 12 volts here. If you don't have the 12 volt here, it's a good giveaway that this guy have problems. Okay, so that is something that you can do the same way, like you don't have to take the relay out and put a T-pin in the bottom there, but if you don't got the 12 volt here when they crank the engine, or they put the switch on for the 2 second primes, you don't have it there, it's a good giveaway that this guy fuel pump relay got a problem. And I just overkilling this because I sent some so much money to fix this problem. It was a $13 relay. So it's good to know these things, so the next time you run into this problem or these symptoms, you know, long cranking and a GM, don't overlook the fuel pump relay and don't overlook the oil pressure switch, because that can be a problem. Thank you for watching, guys. Okay, something I forgot here, it was this writing that I did in Spanish here. What it say basically is, this is the oil sending unit, oil pressure switch. It's a 3-prong connector here, and one is 12 volts, another is a gray wire. It goes to the fuel pump, and the center should be the one for the oil light or oil gauge. Anyway, some switches they gotta ask you that if it is a gauge or light, so be advised of that too. Basically what it says here, when you got symptoms like long cranking and a GM product, is because this guy fails and the oil pressure gotta build up 16 to 20 psi of pressure, so he bypassed the 12 volts that he got supplied to the gray wire, supplying the 12 volts to the fuel pump, and then the car start. So be advised of that. That's what it says here in Spanish. And as you can see here, the ACMB fuse in this particular 91 S-10 pickup Chevy is the one supply the power to the oil pressure switch and the fuel pump relay. So be advised of that, guys. That fuse being blown too. Basically you gotta go and check that fuse, and the car will have no cranking, and in that case it will not start even if you long cranking. But be advised of that, guys. Thank you.